that's me. Just another day at the office. What is my life, even? After 8.5 years here at Engadget, I'm reviewing my first game, Ring Fit Adventure for Nintendo Switch. My colleagues peer pressured me into it. They say it's because of a marathoner, but really, I think they just wanted to see me flail around on camera. Joke's on you guys, because this video contains none of that. So, how to describe Ring Fit? It is kind of a cross between Super Mario Bros., Mario Kart, and Wii Fit, wherein you complete various full-body exercises to make your way through a scenic world. Along the way, you quote-unquote run by jogging in place, and you fly by flapping your arms, and you fight enemies through a series of moves, ranging from squats to core work to yoga poses. It's all very cute and charming, and surprisingly challenging. Before I go too far down that road though, a word about the setup here. The game comes with two peripherals, a leg strap that looks kinda like a garter belt, and a resistance wheel for arm workouts. That would be the quote ring in Ring Fit. You'll need a detachable Joy-Con for each accessory. The right controller slides into the bracket on the ring, while the left gamepad slips into a pouch on the leg strap. This means if you have a Switch Lite, you'll need to buy Joy-Con separately if you want to play this game. Once you get rolling, you'll have the option of resting your finger on the right Joy-Con's IR sensor to measure your heart rate. The leg strap uses Velcro to fasten. I thought it was comfortable and stayed put, but my colleague Matt, who's also been testing the game, says his strap slid down his thigh. As for the ring, it has cushy grips that are made out of the same mesh material you'd find on more serious workout gear, like the handheld water bottle I run with. At various points, you'll be either pressing in on the ring or stretching it, kind of like an archer pulling a bow. In fact, navigating even basic menus often requires you to push in, which means you're going to get a bit of an arm workout no matter which difficulty settings you choose. As you might expect, there's an initial calibration process for all the hardware, because all of us are different. So you'll enter your age, your weight, your sex, and you'll be asked to move around with both the leg strap and the ring. In my case, these tests suggested what I already knew to be true, that my legs are stronger than my arms, and that my biceps are stronger than my triceps. Check me out there doing that archer bow move. Pitiful. There are also tutorials to make sure you've mastered the basic movements, such as raising the wheel overhead, quote-unquote steering the wheel to move through the on-screen menus, etc. You get the idea. Additionally, you'll have a chance to customize your avatar, albeit in the most basic of ways. Are you male or female? What color skin would you prefer? What color eyes? You don't have a say in the outfit or hair color though, and that last bit actually foreshadows a plot twist. Your hair will glow yellow throughout the game when you nail the form or are working especially hard. It's all a little Super Saiyan if you ask me. Before you begin, you'll need to choose your difficulty setting. There's also silent mode to consider, which is ideal for people like me who live in apartments and worry that too much jogging will piss off the neighbors. In this case, you'll squat instead of jog when it comes time to run through on-screen courses. Fair warning, you'll look a little like you're twerking. Though the setting is called silent mode as if being a considerate neighbor were the main concern, it's also a great option for people with knee issues and other injuries. After a quick guided warm-up, it's time to get fit. The game begins in the woods where you find a glowing, levitating ring with a voice from within calling to you, begging to be freed. Naively, you release the genie inside, only to find its supervillain Drago, a super buff purple gym bro dragon who then absconds to who knows where. You're left alone in the forest, or so you think. You notice the ring on the ground and, who could have guessed? It's alive! The ring has a name, that's Ring, and a personality. He's your wingman, your cheerleader, the Yoda to your Luke, or something like that. He can, quote, see potential in you and is here to help you get fit enough to beat Drago. And you guys, he's kind of annoying. To be fair, this is a kid's game, or at least it's sanitized enough that it gets a family-friendly E rating. To my ears, Ring sounds like a generic cartoon character from any show I've overheard on Nickelodeon. As an adult player, I felt slightly sheepish at times playing what appeared to be a kiddie game. I would have been just as happy to mute Ring altogether, but hey, a child might feel right at home here. The game is divided into worlds, each marked by a handful of levels, with one big culminating battle at the end. Along the way, you engage in smaller quote-unquote fit battles with various cute little enemies. And by battles, I mean the equivalent of a dance-off almost, but with squats or some other exercises. These different maneuvers fall into one of 4 color-coded categories. There's red for arms, yellow for core, blue for legs, and green for yoga poses. As you gain experience, you level up and gradually unlock new skills. If not for those mini battles, Ring Fit would be a much less interesting game, and even then, I'm not sure how fun it is per se. Running and leaping through courses reminds me of racing through the trippy worlds of Mario Kart, but without the thrill of competition. I'd like to see a multiplayer mode with a ring accessory for each player. Barring that, one world's worth of gameplay was enough for me before I needed a mental break. As it happens though, the game periodically nudges you to take a breather anyway. If you can't commit to 2 or 3 whole levels, there's always quick play mode, whose minigames are the closest thing to multiplayer. Think doing deep squats to launch yourself into the air to collect as many coins as possible. These short games within the game were ultimately some of my favorite moments of Ring Fit Adventure. Depending on your fitness and chosen difficulty settings, one world might be enough of a physical workout too. Though I played on easy and Matt played on a harder setting, we both came away surprised and humbled by the workout Nintendo had somehow managed to slip into what appeared to be a kid's game. My arms burned a bit from all the ring pressing, my heart rate had risen to somewhere in the 90s. Speaking of, these heart rate readings aren't the most accurate I've seen, but I think they're close enough. After one workout, the Joy-Con put my heart rate at 88 beats per minute. My Apple Watch Series 5 said 95. There are benefits to stepping up the difficulty level though, even if easy mode is enough to get your blood pumping. Matt, who undertook a more robust workout than I did, found that advanced settings really affect the pace, with more reps and slower progress in unlocking new exercises. In any case, don't take the initial decision too seriously. You can change it at any time, and in fact, when you resume a session, you'll be asked how you're feeling after the previous workout, if it felt too easy. You get the idea. All in all, Ring Fit Adventure is kind of charming, but for me, only in small doses. Too much in one shot, it starts to feel repetitive and kind of saccharine. Even after several days, I'm still not totally clear on who this is for. It feels like a kid's game at heart, but the exercises are demanding enough even for some adults. If Nintendo were ever to add multiplayer through a software update, it would make a fun party game. For now, I'd say it's for children, tweens, families, and maybe a few adults with, juvenile sensibilities, let's call it that. On the one hand too, an $80 Switch game with 2 hardware peripherals feels like an awfully complicated way for someone to just do some squats and crunches in the privacy of their own home. But then again, most workout tech isn't necessary per se, it's mainly motivational. No one needs a $39 a month Peloton subscription to ride a stationary bike. And your steps will always count even if you don't have a fitness tracker to log them. In this case, the motivator you're buying into is a video game. And I'm sure there are some children, or maybe even adult children, who wouldn't have the motivation to exercise if not for something like this. To them I say, best of luck on your fitness journey. I hope that you find Drago as hilarious as I do, and maybe you will even learn to love Ring. For more fitness coverage and even more gaming stories, we have a whole gaming section on Engadget. Check out Engadget.com and remember to like and subscribe.